Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look in the description right now, you will see how I provided chapters. So, for example, if you care about all the collection continuations, or maybe you only care about all the weapons and tool skins, if you truly wish to skip ahead, just look at the description, everything's provided to you. And with that, good day, Ruskin and Joyous. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. Today we have 99 skins in total, quite an interesting batch, oh yes indeed, and I'm just going to jump straight in. So before I obviously start yapping away, if you want to get the collection link for the Rust Workshop skin checks for March 11, 2025, look at the description right now. You'll see it's at the very top, and you can look at all of these skins in your own time if you so wish. But if you want to listen to the docent tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps away talking about all these skins and tries to identify potential investments, well, sit back and relax. Let's get started with the deplorables. Let's talk about the Neon Soda vending machine. Now, this skin in particular will be the representative of the many skins we're about to take a look at today, and that means I'm going to point out that if you truly happen to like a skin, I'll always give you a nice indication in regards to, well, if you happen to like it, consider voting yes or no. Now, of course, if you really happen to like a skin, I'll always indicate that why not go to the comment section and offer some nice kind words. They do go quite a long way. It keeps those skin creators well, Mr. Z, that's, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sure you can read that perfectly fine, but anyway, some kind words do go a long way and keeps those skin creators nice and motivated to keep wanting to go, producing some very nice creative designs in the future and whatnot. But if you don't happen to like a design and you know exactly why not offer some constructive feedback? Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. Try and help them out. Maybe their skin doesn't get accepted, but they'll look at your feedback, probably incorporate into a brand new version, and you never know, maybe that gets accepted in the future. You help them out. So looking at this specific vending machine, could it potentially be the first vending machine for 2025? We shall see. Produced by Little Ranger and Groomer Katarina. They've had quite a lot of skins accepted in the past, and the design is perfectly fine. Now, I know a lot of you are going to sit there and say, but I don't like anime and I don't like manga. Fair enough. You can sit there and say you don't like it. You can just vote no if you don't happen to like it. At the end of the day, face punch decides. But anyway, it's very bright, colourful, it glows in the dark, and I have made a short video of this already. So, could this be the first vending machine of the year? We'll find out. So best of luck to you two, and now let's move on and talk about the next deplorables. And we got a lot of rugs. Well, more specifically, one has a lot of versions. So, over to here, we have the Biome rug. Get a good look at this. A very interesting look at design produced by Mr. Novarom. Now, I'm not sure if this one glows, but I do happen to know that the next one does, because look at that. Gradient glow. How interesting, how nice, how lovely. It's as if it's a real map. You could use it on the floor or have it as a decoration on the wall. A very interesting design. And, of course, we've got a second one, Warm Glow. I think this one only goes on the surroundings in terms of like the glow and it doesn't really lighten up the middle of it. I think that is the case. So, Mr. Novarom, best of luck to you. Very cool looking design. You also happen to have some competition though. Money! Yes, we got the Leprechaun's Lost Loot rug produced by Mr. RAF. Now, you may recall in the past we had a Valentine's Rose Petals rug that was accepted. Well, you probably don't care for flowers, but what about money? Just cover your floor in money. So, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of that, you know exactly what to do. Best of luck to you, Mr. RAF. Now, moving on, we have some barricades to take a look at. To be precise, concrete barricades produced by Mr. Bed and Mr. Ronan. We have a very interesting shield wall concrete barricade. Get a good look at that. With the medieval theme skins currently being accepted and whatnot, I think that's a perfectly fine looking candidate. I don't think anyone's going to be upset with that. And it also happens to come with a glow in the dark version. It's as if they put like candles all on the side. So yeah, okay. Pretty intuitive design, pretty cool. So are you a fan of what you see? Well, consider showing your support to these two guys, and let's see if that potentially gets accepted in the future. Best of luck. Now over to here we have some sleeping bags, some very creative designs I should point out. First up we have the warm corner sleeping bag, all nice and stitched, looking very nice and comfy. A lovely little piece here produced by Mr. Yeah. Good stuff there, good sir. But you do have competition, because next up here we have the magical slumber. I'm going to go sleep in wood. You're going to get so many splinters in that. I'm just risotto. You didn't think about it. Anyway, maybe it's good for your back. Maybe we'll go with that. It doesn't appear to glow in the dark, so I just want to indicate that. Right, perfect. And then, well, if you don't really want to sleep in some stitched sort of like bags, if you don't want to sleep on a wooden bag, why not just sleep in a trash bag? Yippee! So, Mr. PYH, Mr. Barurik, well, maybe you belong in there. Okay, fair enough. That's pretty silly. So yeah, are you a fan? Do you like any of the sleeper bags we've taken a look at? Well, consider showing your support, and best of luck to all 3 candidates. Let's see which potential bag gets accepted. Right, so moving on. What do we have? A bat furnace, version 2 and version 3. Yep. So quite a while back, Mr. HSM and Mr. Claytails, they produced a pretty cool looking bat design for a furnace. And, well, they probably thought, you know what, we could tweak it, we could make it a little bit better. So they made this more brown style bat design, just to point out at night time the eyes do happen to light up a little bit, but it's mostly just kind of like not very lit up. And then over to here we have the white bat design, which looking pretty cool, but you can't be sitting it like there in the snow and say it's white camouflage. No, we're not putting it outside. But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking design. So again, I think I said this last time, if that isn't accepted, why not consider making it a bit more ghastly? And you could use that as a Halloween skin potentially for later this year. So best of luck to you two. That's the only furnace I noticed for this week. Now moving on to small boxes, we've got a microwave. The homely cooking update with all the pots and the pans and whatnot. Nah, I'm just going microwave meals. Fair enough, Mr. Oasis. Fair enough. So okay, it's a bit silly. It's a bit fun, but what do you think, huh? Would you just rather microwave all your meals? I would be surprised if we potentially get some sort of microwave at some point in the game. But, you know, we'll see. So anyway, best of luck to you, Oasis. A very fun, silly idea. And it is befitting of the recent update. But over to here, oh, that's befitting to my wallet. Because that's the first collection continuation for the video produced by Mr. 1RJ and 34633. This is the Part Small Box. Get a good look at that. So over to here, it's the first time we're on the SMM page to take a look at the pirate collection, which over the past couple of years has been quite prominent. Now in 2023, it really succeeded with all the clothing and armour. Then, of course, the skin creators dabbled into some weapons, started making some deployables. Now, let me just point this out. That's a sheepman door that's actually in the positive. That's a garage door that's actually in the positive. Cool. But then you look at the, the large box, and whilst it's down in price, it's not exactly doomed. It's down by like 17%. There's only 26 listings. I mean, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. And potential more skins on the horizon. I'm sure that might increase interest. What do you reckon? So, at the moment, a lot of skins have gone down in price, and I'm sure you have noticed that. Now, I'm under the impression, considering the player count, which if I could just quickly hop over to here, I don't think we're going to see the player count drop off that much more. I don't think we're going to see prices drop off that much more. I don't think we're going to have even that much of a bad Easter dip. So, hopping back over to here, in theory then, does that mean things could only improve from here until like the peak of the summer? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. So when you look at something like this, and you could also look at the furnace if you so wish as well, you know, these deployables are a little bit down in price. They don't have too many ridiculous listings. But the point I'm trying to get across is, if we do see continuations, keep appearing, like, what about if we saw like a pirate locker? What if we saw like a pirate table and a chair and whatnot? And I was about to say backpack, that's not deployable. But anyway, I think they could improve, and I think people would appreciate them more. So, okay. We'll see what the skin creators are cooking, but I've just pointed out 2 skins you could consider investing into. You could still jump on the sheep door, there's no stopping you. Only 18 listings, but the barders are also looking pretty good as well. So, yeah, people do seem to appreciate. So we'll see what becomes of that, but I think there is potential there. And if you're like me and you already own like pirate skins and deployables and whatnot, well, you probably just want to wait it out. But if you haven't got any, do you reckon we'll start seeing more of these again? Because we did get quite a lot of acceptances last year. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a decent amount this year as well. So, best of luck to you two. Let's see what becomes of the pirate collection in 2025. Right then, moving on, we have some storages, or rather large boxes. That's how I should have said it. Hedge. Right, anyway, so over to here we have the Chromatic Aberration large box produced by Slavny. A very interesting, strange-looking design. When you look at it, like when you move around, when you look at in-game, the lighting on it makes the whole appearance of it looks a bit strange. But to some people, it's probably very, very cool. Right, you can see how he slowly makes the design on this SAP here. But I can't sit here forever, Mr. Slavny. Make it 2 times speed next time. Best of luck to you, sir, but you do have competition, and it could be a storage collection. So Mr. Vase, he has produced some very interesting skins in the past. You may know of the Shadowborn collection, for example. You may remember the Respawn Allegory Fresco rug from last year. Well, now he's making anime skins. And you might sit there and say, oh, typical. No, hold on a second. He is making kawaii storages. He is intending to make an anime storage collection, where each individual design is going to have a different anime girl. And now you can see Prospector, we'll go with that. Prospector, anime girl, with her pickaxe, her equipment and whatnot. So, yes, get rid of that. A nice bright blue design, glows in the dark very nicely, very noticeable. So, with what we see here, what do you reckon? Could we actually see this collection flourish? Will Facepunch actually consider wanting to have a storage collection? Because even this year, we've already seen many attempts already for a storage collection. But unfortunately, over the past, 3 years now, have you seen a new storage collection appear? In fact, last year we saw the resurgence of the neon storages again with the small boxes. So it's up to Facepunch. But if you're going to sit there and say, Hedge, do you reckon that would sell quite a lot? What do you reckon? Investors would be all over it. People enjoy anime will be all over it. People just want super noticeable and want to have a nice coordinated batch of storages would want it. So yeah, I know it would sell a lot. I know it would. But will it? Will Facepunch allow it? We'll see. So best of luck to you there, Mr. Vase. Anyway, moving on. Over to here, we have the large pie box, which just so happens to be a sequel to the furnace and the small box. Oh, sweet and delicious it is. So over to here. Was it last week? I think it was last week we saw the thingy. No, it's this week because we have a pie furnace all the way down here. And I keep forgetting that. Right, so with the arrival of the furnace, did we see the small box go up? Yes, we did. You can see that's nice and happy in the positive. So yes, it does appear that with more pie deployables being produced, we can expect prices to improve, and that has definitely noticeably happened here, and you can see the price has steadily been going up. Very nice to see. Yes, I do think a large box would be a nice positive impact, but that furnace is currently in the rust store right there. Sorry about my nose, it's itchy. It's not selling that much either. That's only making that furnace look a lot more appealing. So that's abnormal, right? We could do the barders first, of course, tomorrow, when we do the abnormal barders, but I think we could probably look at that with a bit more positivity. By default, with most furnaces, I wouldn't expect much. I wouldn't think they'll hold up very nicely. But because that's now part of a potential growing collection, that actually might be doing pretty okay. And of course, when you look at this and look at these, this has sold half as much as these two. Sheer lack of sales could easily help the skin potentially spike in price much higher when there's potential interest in the future. So, yeah, I think that's in a very interesting spot. So we'll see how things roll out as of tomorrow. But yes, the large box, I think it could have a pretty interesting impact. So Himmick, again, best of luck to you too. And just to point out, we do have the glow-in-the-dark version right here. It's so fresh and delicious. Oh, yes, exquisite. So best of luck to you too. And then over to here, what's that? It's the Harbour Seal collection making a return. So look at those big beady eyes. Look at them, look at them. You know what? I think a small box would have been more befitting with the cute face. But hey, you know, next week perhaps. So yes, we have the Harbour Seal collection right there in front of us. And earlier this year, you may recall, we did see the hammer being accepted. But I think it's just hammer and a rock and a door. That's it. Yeah, I just saw all three. So that hammer's still holding up very nicely. Door, rock doing okay. So, all right, cool. We did see the attempt for the tier 3. Facepunch didn't want it. Fair enough, understood. But a large box, would they have a nice positive impact for these skins? I mean, I could see it being all right. Are you like me where you have a lot of these hammers? Because, yeah, I don't think they're going down in price anymore. There's only 96 listings on the Steam market, which is very average. Nothing wrong with that. And it's not looking like there's big, huge, fat quantities there. No big, fat walls to drop it. So, like, it's just steadily retaining value. And here we are, looking towards the summertime now. If we see that large box being accepted, I think that could give it a nice little bit of a boost. But I would, by default, I would already assume it would start going up in price regardless. We're expecting a pretty big update in the summer this year. And I can't help but assume most skins will be reaching some nice high prices. So yes, the large box I could see having a nice little impact on this. And then of course you could look at the sheep in the door as well. And unfortunately, you haven't been getting that much love. There's loads of sheep in the doors in existence. And this right here, well, yeah, so maybe not the door. But I think the hammer's still the best option. Rock could also benefit from it as well. But he's already comfortably in the positive, so let's see if we get a lot more skins being produced by those skin creators. I look forward to it. And as I said, wouldn't be surprised if we see like a small box being produced. Feels like a perfect time for that. So, right, best of luck to you two. Let's see what happens next. Right, moving on. What do we have over here? The only wooden door of the week. Then we have a few sheet metal doors. And then we've got quite a lot of garage doors, including, and I'm fully well aware of this, a lot of collection continuations for garage doors this week. We have a lot. Oh, yes, indeed we do. So let me just grab all of this. And I guess that'll be it for the deployables for this video. Yes, indeed. Right. So here is the pie shop wooden door. And you know what, Mr. Yui? Perfect idea. Perfect idea. That's you've done a very good job of that. Props to you, good sir. So I know the role players are going to greatly appreciate it. You've been watching those guys on YouTube eating random food across the UK, haven't you? With the little table outside. I know you have. And it does appear to glow in the dark, as you can see. At least on one side. Oh, the open. Okay, yeah. Okay, you know what? Perfect. That glows in the dark. And yeah, I think a lot of people would greatly appreciate that. You've actually made a very cool looking design there. Cool. Right then. So, best of luck to you. I think that a lot of people would appreciate it. Moving on, we are now onto the sheet metal doors. And what do we have right here? Neon Baby Hazmat V2. Baby Hazmat. I hate you, Flate. I hate you, Me6. What have you done to my head? Alright, anyway, so, giggle. I've ruined the video for a lot of people now singing that. Anyway, it's a perfectly fine, cute design. Look at that. Well, are we going to see a lot more Baby Hazmat deployables from here and now? We shall see. Best of luck to you too. I hate what you've done to me. Okay, sheet metal door. Is that? Oh, it's a mouth. I see. Nui, I think that was probably a lot better off if it was a sheet metal double door, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that next week. So, that's a pretty cool looking pair of teeth there. Sort of. I mean, it's half of it. But yeah, all right then. Cool, stylish design. No glow in the dark. Well, we'll see what becomes of that. And as I said, wouldn't be surprised if we see a sheet metal double door next week. Now, just to quickly double check, you haven't done that the previous week? Okay, yeah, I fully expect something next week then. Keep up the good work, good sir. Over to here, we have competition. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, that was quick. We don't have that. We really did not have that many sheet metal doors this week. Blackstone V2 sheet metal double door, sheet metal single door. Yes, this is a collection continuation to quite a... Okay, this collection's the funny one, isn't it? So there was polished obsidian and there was Blackstone. So let me just quickly remember. Blackstone was like 2 weapons and the rock. No, because the rock became polished obsidian. Do you understand why this is so weird? So the AK, oh dear. But then the SAR, oh, looking pretty good. I don't think a sheet metal door is going to make a dramatic change to this. I kind of hope they call it polished obsidian instead. So if you don't fully remember, Blackstone was the original idea. Facepunch saw it and accepted these 2 skins but called it polished obsidian. Yeah, I know. Anyway, that happened. So we'll see what becomes of that. But that furnace is still doing very good to this day. And I still don't fully know or understand why. It really does confuse me, this one. But that does appear to be genuine actual interest. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. If you have an answer for this, feel free to comment below. But anyway, I don't think a sheet metal door is going to just cause everything to suddenly go back up in price for all those skins. So, yeah, if you like it, if you think it looks cool, by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Jimmy Tedeschi and Mr. Nanalfa. But, yeah, I don't expect too much. Now, with the Danger Zone sheet metal door, well, this is through and through. This is definitely a deployable collection, which we'll see right now. And in total, we have 3 skins, and they aren't really holding up very well. If I can recall, when we saw the sleeping bag, these didn't really change that much, which is unfortunate. They did come out years ago, but yeah. I don't think the sheet metal door is going to have that much of an impact. But regardless, it's still a very cool-looking glow-in-the-dark sheet metal door. Independently, would you like to see that potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust door? You're more than welcome to consider showing your support. Best of luck to Cave Vladimir and Legacy. Right, but as investments, I don't think there's much there, sorry to say. Moving on, we have the Beehive Garage Door. So for the Force Wipe Rust door, which of course we currently have right now, I was really expecting to see a lot of bee-related skins. Didn't even see like Bee Cosplay Tier 2, for example. And, well, Mr. Milho Frito, you know, he's not like down, he's not upset. He's back to it and producing even more bee-related skins. So get a good look at this glow-in-the-dark Beehive Garage Door. But yeah, seriously, what happened? Why haven't we got our Bee Cosplay Tier 2? I want to run around and buzz non-stop. Unbelievable. Right, anyway, best of luck to you, Mr. Milho Frito. Moving on, here we have Doinski's Neon Honey Glow Garage Door. Honey, come get the honey. So yes, give that a good look. cute little bees, hexagons and whatnot for the honeycombs. Very cute, very nice. Perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark design. Best of luck to Adoinsky. But you do have competition, because over here we have the Bradley Armour garage door, produced by Shino. Does it happen to glow in the dark, good sir? Doesn't appear to mention it, but it does appear to. I guess it's got lights there. No, this doesn't glow in the dark from what I can see. Those lights are added to the side. Yeah, Shino, all these lights aren't exactly helping. People want to know if it glows in the dark and whatnot. I know you didn't mention it, but the pictures do give off the illusion of it, so try and avoid doing that in the future. Regardless, do you like the design? Do you think it looks cool? Feel free to go ahead and show support. Right then, GG Rust Garage Door, give this a good look, produced by Flate, Adsen, Mr. Me6, hang on a minute, hold on, 1 second. Me6, what's up? Hang on a minute. Are you involved with 2 separate skins in the same week? You're not allowed to do that. So I'm questioning if this was actually for the previous week. Is GG Rust... Hang on a minute. Right. I'm sure they'll probably say something. But if you have a guy that's involved with 2 skins in the same week, you're very likely not going to see your skin being accepted. And therefore, I consider it pointless looking at it. So sorry to say, but if you break a rule... So, yeah, sorry. If you have an answer for that, I get the feeling that probably might be for a server. Yeah, but... Alright, moving on. Golden Guardian Garage Door. Give this a good look, just by Mr. Danielson. It's got like gems all on the side and whatnot. All right, yes. A nice glow-in-the-dark design. Oh, so nice. And over to here, we have the Obsidian Guardian. Yeah, okay. And it's pretty much the same thing. Yep. So this has the gold outline, and this has the black outline. So, Mr. Danielson, let's see what becomes of this. It's a very nice and interesting looking design, but it's up to Face Punch. So, best of luck to you, good sir. But you do have more competition. It doesn't stop, it just keeps on going. Over to here, we have the Crypto Skull Garage Door version 1, and over to here, we have the version 2. One is blue and one is white. Give that a good look, produced by Alloy and Hook, and whoosh. I like that gif. Do it again. Whoosh. Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, good sir. And over to here, we probably got one doing it. Whoosh. Right, so if you like what you see, if you think, oh yes, I need more skulls in my life, well, look no further. We have this right here in front of you. It is staring, but I think the GIF was more than enough. So, right, best of luck to you two. Is it going to go to daytime? No, it's just staring at me. All right, well, best of luck. Okay, Necropolis Garage Door, produced by Mr. Fuff. This is a pretty awesome looking design. The skulls, well, you know, in the other one, it only had one skull, and this one has like multiple. Just saying, skull points are much higher on this one. But yes, a very sinister looking design. The green lightning, a nice interesting touch, interesting approach. So yes, are you a fan? Do you like what you see? Well, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Fuff. And, well, pie. We had a pie shop wooden door, and now we have a pie garage door. Do you like pie? Well, look no further, for pie is here. Pie is here, oh yes indeed, 24/7 apparently. So, Kavahu, a perfectly fine, straightforward design. But do I need anything else? I have pie, and that's everything. So, but yeah, perfectly fine, straightforward neon design, and I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate it. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Kavahu. And here we are. Now we're going to dabble into the collection continuations, and there's 5 collection continuations for garage doors this week, because every single week everybody has to make a garage door. So what are we currently looking at right here? Do you remember the blinds rug? I think it's only one. Let me just find out. Is it all by itself? Yes, it was all by itself. But since this came out, it's been doing pretty good in the Steam market. Yes, it has. Okay, so what's wrong? Well, you know, it's collection continuation. So back over to here. Give that a good look. We have a lot of transparency there, and you know, if you ever seen like the Simpsons episode where Homer's like looking through the blinds and staring. So yeah, this is just straight up a transparency gimmick. Now this doesn't appear to glow in the dark, which okay, you know, fair enough. If it's just gonna be a transparent garage door, okay, because if it had the glow in the dark as well, it might have been a little bit too OP. And I'll be honest with you, that head height transparency might be a little bit too much. We did have that Twitch drop last year, fair enough. That was given away for free to everybody. But this, yeah, we'll see, Mr. McQuarrie, we'll see. Perhaps you should have produced a version that didn't have the transparency, is all I'm going to say. You could have probably had like one little bit, like, you know, when you, with the blinds, sometimes they'll kind of like bend awkwardly. I mean, you forcibly did it here, but you know how you get sometimes one that bends and it doesn't really normally go back to being straight? You could have done that with one of the higher ones. That would have been a lot more allowed. There'll be more allowance with that, I guess you could say. But we'll find out. Do Face Punch like it? And if that does get accepted, then we'll look back over to here, because that right now is currently sitting here at $3.38. The amount of listings is very thin. Give that a good look. 23 here, though. But yeah, no, that's got a lot of support, and it doesn't look like it's going down in price anytime soon. And if anything, it's looking like it's starting to climb up to a new all-time high price regardless. So we'll see what becomes of that then. But yeah, that's an interesting spot. And it's all dependent what happens next based on what happens, with this. So best of luck to you, McQuarrie. Moving on, we have the Rat's Den garage door, which is technically speaking a collection continuation to the Rat King AK-47. So let's go back and remind ourselves of this. Rat King, where are you? I know it's not doing super great. It's an AK. What would you expect? But it has gone down half in price, which is very unfortunate to see. But with so many AKs in the game, it's not too surprising, is it? Anyway, so would a brand new Rat's Den garage door potentially help it out? Well, I like the design. Dragon Norma Van do produce some pretty cool, interesting approaches for various different skins. And I was hoping to see more of it, the Rat King designs. They took a bit of a break from it, but they've got, they've returned to it now. And I'll be honest with you, I've never seen anything like that before. And it glows in the dark perfectly fine, as you can see. So, do you consider yourself quite the rat, and you feel like you need to represent yourself a lot better? Then look no further. So, I don't know if this is going to cause the AK to dramatically fix itself. But perhaps a lot more skins might give it the benefit. We shall see. Anyway, I'm going to close that, look at this one more time, and say best of luck to Dragon Norma Van. I'm not 100% sure if the AK is going to dramatically rise in price with its arrival. So we'll leave it at that. Okay. Sunken garage door. Yeah, good look at this. Yes, it appears we have another sunken door that's been submitted to the workshop. Will it potentially be accepted? In the past, we have seen the sheet metal door. Earlier this year, we saw the sheet metal double door. And now we observe and see the garage door right here in front of us. Those tentacles are wrapped around nice and tightly. Oh dear, and you can see his eyeball there. So at some point, we actually need to see this guy. Mr. Algorithm, we need to get like the rug of his head or something. So yeah, that's looking pretty scary. That's looking pretty freaky. And regardless, it does glow in the dark. You needed to see what he's looking at. So pretty interesting approach, pretty interesting design. Could we see another of these doors potentially being accepted? We'll find out. But back over to here, what was the week that we saw that sunken sheet metal double door? Because it's been a while. We haven't seen a ridiculous amount of sheet metal double doors, so that's cool. That's fine. I'm not going to be upset with that, and it's actually benefited. So this is already in a very good spot. And the reason why I'm only talking about this instead of the sheet metal door is because unfortunately the sheet metal door is really down in price and I don't see that recovering anytime soon. But this, I think it's going to greatly appreciate the garage door appearing, and I could see that rising up in price very easily due to the fact there's like next to no listings here. That could easily go all the way up to like $4 and I wouldn't be surprised. So hopping out of here, looking at that one more time, I'm like, yeah, I think it's in a pretty good spot, but I won't bother with the sheet metal door. It didn't even go up in price when we saw the sheet metal double door. Now let's just quickly go back. Yeah, it's hardly changed, so yeah, I'll just avoid it. There's a lot more of these compared to that as well. So, Mr. Algorithm, you're in a very good spot here. Let's see what happens next, and keep up with the cool looking designs. I guess wooden double door and wooden door, armored double door. You got a lot of options. Let's see what's next. And over to here, we have the Death Metal Garage Door version 2. So this was actually submitted like a good while back. And by that, I mean years ago. The original garage door, when were you submitted? 2021. Wow, it's been basically 3.5 years, basically. Well, anyway, this is more in tune with the idea of what the large box looked like. And yeah, HR Geiger designs. Pretty freaky. So, stands out nicely, glows in the dark. Do you need anything else in your life? Something to cure your nightmares? Anyway, back over to the large box. That was, 2 weeks ago? Let's go give this a quick look, and what do we see? Not the thing I was looking for, because I'm a fool. Come on, where are you? There you go. This didn't sell that much. It only almost did 11,000 subscribers. So when I look at it now, seeing that there's only 26 listings, seeing that the bar has only got up to like $1.60, I'm like, okay, fair enough. It's not the end of the world. It's very thin. A new garage door. Just to clarify, that garage door does look very cool as well. I think it could work out quite nicely. It's just, yeah, is it going to even be that much of a difference? How much has this sold today? 12. Well, more of the collection is definitely going to be a lot more interesting. I just can't guarantee it's going to be perfect, so... Well, at least you're aware of the large box. You could look at the sheet metal door again if you really want to, but that's like long gone. Best of luck to you, Cubist. Let's see what happens next. You produced a very cool looking collection continuation. Over to here we have a Neon Honey garage door. So this is a collection continuation to the large box that was accepted. That's currently in the Rust store right now. So let's quickly go hop back over to here and stare at it. Where are you? I'm looking for you. It's over here. This has sold quite a fair bit. This is currently sitting at just about 16,500 subscribers. By Thursday, it could easily potentially reach up to about 18,000. Compare that to like a lot of the large boxes from the previous year. That has sold more than, like, it's above average is the sales, is what I'm trying to get across. If we do see the continuation, I could see that, appreciating it very quickly. But I don't think it would last, and I wouldn't be surprised if it drops back down in price afterwards. So yes, there is potential for a spike in spike in price moment, but you kind of needed to buy that like last week, the very day it was introduced, because you wouldn't be able to sell yours because of the 7-day cooldown if you didn't buy it literally in a day. So you might want to pick it up, try and get it with a cheaper buy order, of course, because it is abnormal. And yeah, you know what? That garage door, it probably wouldn't appear immediately, right? So we'll see. But yes, it is a collection continuation, deployable collection with some interesting bees, honey that all glow in the dark quite nicely. Scropen, keep up the good work. A locker. Honey locker, that would be cool. Loads of people doing garage doors and doors in general, but no one's done a locker yet. Just saying. Alright then, so that is the last garage door out of the batch. We'll see what happens in regards to, how we approach that tomorrow. But that's for tomorrow. So yes, look at the description, you'll see the links to all my socials, you'll see the link to my Twitch, and tomorrow I will be discussing prices for the abnormals and racing to put barders down when the time appears. So, best of luck. Alright then, and we do have a collection continuation with the armoured doors. This is the titanium and bulletproof. Sorry. Anyway, let's go to the titanium door. Shut up, Hedge. No. Yes, we have the sheet metal door, and unfortunately, it hasn't done a good job of retaining its value, its price. Sold at $2.49, and as you can see, it's sitting here at $1.41. Doing a little bit better compared to most sheet metal doors, I should point out, but still, it's down by $1. So with the arrival, or with the potential arrival of the armoured door, could that improve? Could that do better? I mean, I'd hope so. It could, but there's so many sheet metal doors in the game. Maybe only a few sell, and then it goes back to where it was afterwards. We'll see. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of faith if it were to happen. Now, I should also point out, many titanium continuations were produced. None of them were accepted. So we'll see what happens this time, Maybe it might work this time. We'll see. But yeah, keep an eye out on that sheet metal door. I'm just not 100% sure it's definitely going to be like, well, this is definitely going to be accepted. So we'll see. Best of luck to convincing Michael. I like the minimalist approach. The glow in the dark is very cool as well. The shaped pattern. But we'll see what happens next. And then we have a transparent version. Is that with just the... Oh, there you go. So when it's down, when you got the hatch down, you can actually see through it. That's the sun right there, so you can see through that. Very cool, very nice. Let's see what becomes of it. Best of luck to you two. Right, now we have a sheet metal door right here in front of us, produced by Voodoo. This is the reinforced medieval door. A very interesting glow-in-the-dark design. Very, very perfectly befitting of the era. A very nice, cool medieval approach. Best of luck to you, Mr. Voodoo. But you do have competition. Well, how will you go back to the past through this time portal? So yes, this is the Portal sheet metal double door produced by Uncle. A very strange glow-in-the-dark design. But do you need any more words? It looks cool. There you go. That's all that needs to be said. Now, if only you could just literally walk through it instead of having to open the handle or whatnot. So, best of luck to Uncle. And that is it for the deplorables this week. So out of all the skins that we have talked about, which one is your favourite? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? I am now going to move on and talk about the weapons and the tools. Where are we? I'm looking for a baby red panda rock, a hammer and a bone club. Now, we have been talking about cute animals as of recent, saying, well, you know what, they tend to work out very nicely as rock skins, and I'm sure everybody's listening in. They're trying to figure out all the new cute animals that they could get so they can smack their heads against walls and rocks and whatnot. We have the baby red panda rock. Give it a good pet and smack it against a tree. So, okay, I have to ask, to all the people watching this right now, I'm sure you've heard me talk about like animal rocks. What animal would you sincerely love to see as a rock? Feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You could be really goofy and say, I want to see a shark, great white, or I don't know, a T-Rex. We'll see. Anyway, Lyopka, Lancy, Honey. This is a perfectly fine looking design, but at some point, Facepunch is probably going to stop saying no more. They'll be like, no more animals. We've got enough. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But that is a very cool looking red panda. And I'd like to see it in more, items and whatnot. We'll see what becomes of that. Best of luck to you three. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. From what I can see, there's no indication that happens to glow in the dark. So, right. Moving on. Over to here, we have what appears to be a glow in the dark kid's hammer. This is a collection continuation. So, if we could go back and remind ourselves of the toy tools. Was it kid's hammer or toy tools? It's kids. Wasn't it just stone tools as well? Yep. These two skins right here. So these came out years ago. I'm talking back in like 2020. So you're kind of literally looking at this about like four and a bit years ago. Anyway, these are doing perfectly fine, but it's mostly due to the fact that they didn't sell that much and there's only so many listings. And compared to most stone tools, they stand out very notably. Like quite interesting, colourful, strange style as well compared to mostly everything. Those are worked out regardless, all right? So if we were to see a hammer skin, which we're looking at over here, I think it looks nice. I think it looks perfectly fine. Glows in the dark as well, as you can clearly see. It's very noticeable. Noticeable is what I was trying to say. I think the stone tools would probably appreciate it, but there's only so many of them to go around, so hey, we'll see what happens next. But yeah, that's sitting there at $2.46. That's sitting there at $1.88. Can't guarantee the hammer will be accepted because you know how Facepunch are with hammers as of recent. I know they've accepted 2 so far, but we'll see. I mean, as of like recent. Anyway, best of luck to you, Quicker, and DGGR. We'll see what happens next. But what would be nice to see next? A grenade. Kids grenade. Buzz Club is our bone club right here in front of us. Don't you just hate those pesky bees? Well, get a bone club and smack it. And if they chase after you, well, it's all part of the fun. So yes, a smacking bone club. And those bees are very happy with you, aren't they? All right then, Mr. Sapesh, you thought of something completely unique in reference to the honey and the bees. Props to you. Let's see if Facepunch thinks, you know what? It's about time we accept another bone club. Because I don't think we even got one last year. We used to get like one a year. Could this be the one for 2025? Best of luck to Sapesh. Right, moving on. What do we have? We got Saps. Oh, wow, okay, no bow skins or whatever this week? Nope, all right, fair enough, it is what it is. It's not much of what I can say, so not much else I can say. Sorry, I'm talking too quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Right then. Razor Blade Sap, produced by Mnemonic Man. An interesting purplish tint was there, but it's mostly due to the fact that it appears to be like a purple light in the background. This is silver and metallic. A perfectly interesting looking design, but where's the aim down the sight image? I'm crying. How could you not provide that to me? I'm sad inside. Come on, Mnemonic Man, aim down! Right, regardless, if you like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and show your support. Best of luck. Now over to here, we happen to see the Black Ops SAP, a collection continuation, and if you've been keeping track of this collection as of recent, you'd know that it's doing pretty good, or at least in the acceptances. Prices have dropped, but most skins in general have dropped. But with the arrival of the recent revolver, that is currently now pushing to be potentially the highest ever selling revolver we've ever had, and with it selling at just about 18,000 subscribers, it ain't that much. So hopping over to here real quickly, we're feeling confident in this revolver regardless, based on the fact that we just don't see that many revolvers. Now, if I could look at the Black Ops collection as a whole, unfortunately, prices have dropped, but when you look at it a little bit more specifically, to see that at 30%, not too surprising. To see that actually retaining most of its value and only be down by 1%, that's actually pretty cool. So back over to here, Black Ops AK-47. We do have options, like instead of paying for this, you could just get the Commando AK-47, which is probably about $1 cheap at the moment. Also, when you get people like this here doing that, it's not really helping it out. But if you saw the performance, the the Black Diamond AK-47 and how the Commando AK-47 performed during January, so literally 2 months ago during post-Christmas. They rose up to nice prices. The Black Diamond AK went up to about $7, and the Commando perfectly went back up to its Rustle price and over $3 at one point. This right here sold at $3. I would like to see it go back up to about $3 again at some point. As I said just a little bit earlier, based on what I'm currently looking at with the player counts, based on what I'm looking at with like the peak player counts and whatnot, I don't think we'll be seeing that. I don't think we'll be seeing that much of an Easter dip. I don't think prices are going to drop off that much. Things are looking stable, looking strong, and I think most skin prices have already reached their lowest point already so far this year. AKA, I don't think we're seeing an Easter dip. So that right there very likely might be its cheapest price. Oh, if this guy wants to sell theirs at $1 cheaper, go grab him. Because if we keep seeing more consistent uploads of the Black Ops collection, things are looking pretty interesting for this in the future. Also, we have a GIF showcasing it. Nice, black, sleek design. Pretty shiny. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up going ahead and producing clothing and armor at some point in the summer. When there's a lot of people around playing the game, perfect time to put out a cool looking set, especially for clothing and armor. Because, you know, it usually comes in at least pairs. So boots and gloves, hoodie and pants, tier 3, all 3 pieces. More pieces to put out, more potential profits. So yeah, keep up the good work, Kolatinsky and Mr. Holodno. But yeah, time the clothing and armor, probably at least until maybe around May time. Yeah. Alright then. So, back over to here. Yes, the revolver's looking good. Yes, the AK's looking reasonable. And even the SAR. If you missed out, you could still buy it on the Steam market. But don't be surprised if they stick around the same prices that they sold for a while. We got to wait until the actual summertime to see them really improve. But that revolver is going to be marketable as of tomorrow, and that is in a very good spot. And I already bought 100 of them because I felt that confident. But after the Barters tomorrow, I think I'll probably buy some more. I think we're going really strong in that. Even if it's sold the most in compared to all the other revolvers, it's still not a ridiculously high amount, and that's like the only black revolver we have with a red aim sight. So highest subscribers, oh, where was me? It's sitting now of 18,000. That ain't that much. People bought it for a reason. So now we can go ahead and talk about the Python, the Nephrite Python, produced by Bitrate. It is a very interesting green design. Get a good look at that, and aimed down a sight that appears to have a lighter green aim sight. And I don't think we have any green colour like that in the game, so you're probably alright in the grassy green areas, we shall see. But hey, is green even your favourite colour? Or do you detest it? Feel free to comment below. Anyway, perfectly fine design there, Mr. Bitrate. Keep up the good work, and you know what? Put out some more interesting weapon designs with that colour scheme. Looks pretty good. Alright then, we have a custom SMG. This is the Toxic Sunset, produced by Rayli and Koba. A pretty strange, toxic design. You might want to wear some gloves when you use this. Now this is the standard version, and over to here we have the no stock version. I think it's been a while since we had a custom SMG without stock. Do you like what you see? Are you a fan of the colour scheme? Are you a fan of the style? Is that a face? Oh, it looks like a face. It's like, what's it called? Pareidolia. That's it. It's like, Alright, best of luck to you too. And over to here, we have the White Rose MP5, produced by Kika. Now, we haven't had that many white weapons as of recent. I know we had that Twitch drop AK-47 recently. But yeah, Facepunch doesn't seem super keen for white weapons. They probably consider it camouflage, and they don't seem to be very keen with camouflage as of recent. But regardless, it's a very nice white design. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate it. So, best of luck to Kika. Let's see what gets produced next. Have you already made the Python? Yeah, I was going to say. Maybe we got a bit of a sneak peek, but no. What would you like to see for White Rose Collection? A crossbow? Would you like to see an LR300? A SAR? An AK? A revolver? We'll see. Keep up the good work, Kika. It's a perfectly fine looking design. Now to here, we have the Star Knight MP5, an interesting starry design, produced by Saychains, aimed down the sight. Thank you very much, good sir. Seems to be mostly a standard black AK, but with a nice, useful yellow aim sight. Very good, very nice. So, alright then, Mr. Saychains, let's see what becomes of this. Keep up the good work, and maybe we'll see some more Star Knight skins being produced. Next up, we have competition. This is the Tail MP5, produced by Mr. Hessiam. Get a good look at this. A nice golden design with the aim down the sight. Thank you very much for that, good sir. Interesting emerald with the gold trim all over, looking pretty stylish, looking pretty lavish. If you like it, you know exactly what to do. Best of luck to you, Hessiam. And over to here, we have a collection continuation. Deep Ruby is here with more weapon skins. This time the MP5. Let's go ahead and take a look at that AK, because unfortunately that AK has kind of gone down in price, and I bought a lot of them with barders, so I'm a little bit annoyed by that. To a point, sitting here at $1.50. So this sold at $3.49. It's currently sitting here at $1.49. It has lost some value. Now, it's not going to get anywhere when there's people like this doing this. It could, rebound. It could easily go back up in price in the summer, but when there's people doing this, it's not going anywhere. So if you're this guy, if you're doing this right now and you're watching me, remove it. Wait until the summer, because if we keep seeing more of these weapon skins being produced and potentially accepted, it's got that much of an interesting, shiny, strange color scheme to it that I think a lot of people would appreciate. Deep Ruby weapon collection. So by default, with weapon collections, they don't really tend to work out very nicely. But if it's very distinct and interesting, some do work out nicely. So make considerations there, because you're not doing yourself any favours. I'm going to purposely lose profit. Yippee! Alright, anyway, the AK, it could improve, but we definitely want to start seeing some more skins being produced and accepted. Why not? You're doing a perfectly fine job. Keep it up, and let's see what happens next. So, yeah, alright then. Over to here, we have another collection continuation. It is the Hyper Thompson. We have the standard interesting red and green gradient design. Then we have a black design with a red aim sight. And then we have just like a black design. Is that more metallic? Metallic and black? And then this one's just all black. I don't know why Delarai suddenly thought, you know what, I'm going to change it. I mean, you do you. I'm just a bit confused by it is all. So I would have preferred you to stuck with it, but he probably thought to himself, what have I got to lose if I just try this out and do it a little bit differently? He's perfectly allowed to put out some alternate versions. So, alright, okay, we'll see how that goes. But that SAR is not exactly selling that much. Yeah, the amount of SAR skins we've seen so far this year and how many we have in total, it just wasn't good timing. A Thompson would be pretty cool though, I'm not going to say no to that. Keep an eye out. But I don't think that's going to have a big impact on the SAR, I'm afraid. By default, weapon collections, cool looking design. It's just people aren't buying the SAR that much, which would be a bit of an indicator. But don't stop, Mr. Delarai. Keep putting out lovely pieces of work. What could we see next from you? I think that design on a crossbow would look very cool. Keep up the good work. Right, then we got some pump shotguns. We actually do have quite a lot of weapon skins this week, don't we? Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised by that, but when it gets to the clothing and the armour, it shouldn't be too bad. So let me just grab all the remaining weapons, all of them. How long am I going to be here for? For a while. Right, let's go. Epoxy water pump shotgun produced by Mr. Omnipresent, an interesting blue design with a counterpart that is the epoxy lava design, an orangey yellow approach. So, alright, fair enough, this is pretty cool. You produce two different versions and we'll see which one potentially gets accepted. And that appears to have a red aim sight there, and this one appears to have a light blue aim sight over here. So, keep up the good work, Mr. Omnipresent. Let's see if that potentially leads to something. You've got a pretty interesting approach. Let's see if we can get a pump shotgun in 2025. Now, over to here, we have the Fusion SAR produced by Solitra. Give that a good look. A pretty interesting pattern design. It's like lava in a sense. Give that a good look. Perfectly standard looking aim sight. Right, well, if you like what you see, feel free to go ahead and show your support to Mr. Solitra, and let's see if we could see an interesting brand new SAR on the horizon. And speaking of interesting looking SARs, the one thing that annoys me is that Face Punch didn't make this. And you're going to sit there and say, why? What's up with that? When Face Punch makes something, they can add extra things to it, such as mesh or sound effects. A nice, interesting example would be the fairly recent Dragon rocket launcher that we got for Lunar New Year last year. So imagine if you do, imagine you hold this, right? And every time you reload, it squeaks. Just pull that out of it. So shaft to patcher, let's see what becomes of it. Easter is just around the corner. Does this fit that? We'll see, all right? But I want to see more of this. I think we need to see the AK version. I think people would be very happy to have an AK-47 version. Maybe you might want to time it for April Force White. Last submissions for the end of this month. We'll see. It's up to you. But I think you got a pretty cool fun. I think you got a very cool thing going on here. Yes, you do. So keep up the good work and let's see what becomes of that. But over to here we have a collection continuation produced by Sunken. We have the Eye SAR version 2. So first of all, interesting aim sight blue with a bit of white at the very end. Pretty cool. And how has the Eye SAR collection fared? And if I can recall, not great. What do you mean? Well, you're about to see for yourself when it loads, eventually. And the answer is anything doing? No. I was about to sit there and say, is anything doing all right? Nope. Oh dear. Yeah, it hasn't retained interest. It hasn't retained value. I don't know what to say. Well, would a SAR change any of that? No, it wouldn't. That's kind of disappointing. I thought this collection potentially could have done very nicely, but apparently not. Sorry for hiccuping. So, regardless, if you think that SAR looks very cool, and if you'd like to see it being added to the game, if you'd like to cherish a very cool icy theme SAR, show your support to Zinc and Mr. Gunya, and we'll see how this potentially develops in the future. Maybe we could still see it being accepted. Like, not everything has to be an investment. You can just hope to see certain skins potentially getting their chance. So, alright, best of luck to you two. Let's see what you produce next. Now over to here, it's another collection continuation, Elysium. Now, if you can recall, the AK did not sell that much. Just bad timing is all, I think. They sold it for $5 just after we had all the Twitch drops and whatnot. People like, I'm good. But the shine on it right there, looking very nice and interesting. Let's go back to the previous week and take a look at that AK, see how it's currently holding up. And the answer is, it's down in price. Oh dear. Well then, if we see more skins being produced and accepted, could this easily rebound? Well, I'm going to tell you very straightforward, there's nothing there to sit there and say, oh no, it's down bad, it's ruined. No, there's like 5 sales there and it's back to normal almost. Yeah, so the builds have improved, I will point that out. More weapons could be on the horizon. This did not sell that much. It only did 7,269 subscribers in total. Oh, that could easily rebound. So, with the potential of a brand new weapon being produced and many more after it, do you reckon the Elysium AK could actually work out right in the future? Could it be one of those proposed ideas of a weapon collection with a very unique approach, with a very unique style that stands out compared to the rest and actually works out quite nicely? I think it could be one of them. And the sheer lack of sales could be a great benefit to it. Whilst it's down in price right now, it doesn't mean it's going to be down in price forever. So, we'll see. Slanosta, Duck, it's a very cool sequel. It's a very cool looking collection continuation. A nice looking sequel. Let's see what happens next. So yeah, you might want to keep an eye on this. I'm just saying. There's only 20 listings. It could easily disappear. Right then, let's now move on to AK-47s. So, produced by Kiyoshimio and Crope, we have the Beehive AK-47. A very nice, interesting, golden design. Get a good look at that. Lovely little hexagons for all those cute little bees. So, best of luck to you too, but you do have competition. Because next up, the competition is cute. How can you compare? Produced by Sunart, we have the Corgi AK-47. Sunart, we need that in like a garage door or sheet metal door or sheet metal double door or something. Put it on a rug. It's needed, it's necessary. Have the little corgi jumping up trying to chase after like a butterfly. You can do it. You behold the power to be able to do this. Anyway, so use your powers for good. But yeah, Corgi AK-47, there you go. Very cute, colourful design. Do you need that in your life? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Sunart. But yeah, maybe it might work out better on Deployables. Best of luck. Impulse AK-47. I can't see it. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Yes, it's a black AK. I think this week we actually saw quite a lot of black AK-47s in total. You're about to see a lot more, don't you worry. But yeah, this is one of them. For what it is, it's an interesting looking design. Now, isn't there a second version? I think there is. Oh, it's Pulsation. Okay, they all have like similar names. Yeah, don't worry. So anyway, a very cool noir black design. Pretty interesting style patterns, as you can see. How many times you've said that? Not enough. So yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to go ahead and show your support to Mr. Verona, and perhaps that could be the next AK-47 to be accepted. But over to here, we have the Blue Guardian AK-47. A very interesting sort of mosaic pattern design. Stands out very nicely. Is it lapis lazuli? Sapphires? I'm not sure. But that is a pretty distinct looking approach. Mr. Jew, I think this is looking pretty cool. So, keep up the good work, and perhaps we could see that being accepted in the future. Next up over here, we have the Pulsation AK-47, produced by Ico. We also happen to have a version 2. Do we have a version 3? No? Okay, just want to double check. So here we have a nice metallic pattern design with some blue plating. Interesting approach. Aimed on a sight. We'll see that in a second. There we are. It's got a use for a aim sight. Cool. Right, so what is the difference with the other AK? Is it just... Oh, no stock. No stock? I'm guessing it's no stock because based on the fact that when you aim down here, you can't see the rest of it. That is my impression. That is my impression. Ico, if that's not the thing, you should put like a description to explain the differences in the future. It would help out. Regardless, it is a perfectly fine looking AK. Oh, but there's a stock there. Is this a little bit more washed out? Does it lack the blue? Seems to lack the blue, I think. I think it lacks blue. It has blue tint and trim, but not as much. Yes, so less blue here, and it's more... Okay. I think you get the idea. I'm having trouble explaining it. So, okay, best of luck, best of luck. Now over to here, Ingerboss AK-47. This is produced by Kit, and that is an interesting green-looking AK-47, which in total, I don't think we have that many green AKs in the game. Anyway, is that a useful aim sight? With the lighting, Inca, in the future, could you kind of make sure the sun's helping you out? I can't see that properly. I can't tell if it's brown or if it's gold. The shading isn't doing me any favours, I'm afraid, but okay, fair enough. It's a perfectly fine look and style. Best of luck to you, Kit. But you do have competition. Hey, you know how I said just a second ago we don't really have that many green AK-47s? Well, I don't think that one's the type of green I was envisioning. What do you mean? What type of green AK-47 would you use with, like, Full Forest Raiders, for example? That seems a little bit too bright. Kind of bluish. Turquoise, I guess you could say. Not all there, but almost. But yes, it's a bit more distinct, especially compared to like the grass and whatnot. But hey, distinct and interesting. Yeah, it could still work out very nicely. It doesn't have to be like green camouflage. I could just have a cool looking AK Hedge. All right, fair enough. Cool. Zihan, Jiba, keep up the good work, and yeah, let's see how that works out in the future. And over to here, we have the refurbished AK-47, another black AK, but I pointed this out to Kaiden, and he actually produced a second version with white and green. Okay, fair enough. So, give that a good look. It is a perfectly fine looking pattern design over to here, yes. Observe the craftsmanship all along here, and you can also see it over here. So, yeah, alright. Keep up the good work, Mr. Kaiden. Let's see if this potentially could be accepted, and I think that would be your first ever acceptance, correct? Is that right? I think so. So it's like inverted in a way. Ah, I'm looking at the aim sight. White there and black there. Okay, perfectly fine. Keep up the good work. Best of luck to you, sir. Over to here, we have a collection continuation. Now, let me just see. I might have accidentally skipped one. There we go. Right. So we've got 3 sniper rifles, and they are all collection continuations. So first up, here we have the bolt action rifle produced by Bad Trip and Hulk. This is the hunting bolt rifle, and I don't think everyone's going to instantly remember these skins, so let's just quickly bring them in. These skins were... they were from quite a while back. This is from 2022, the hunting AK-47, the assault rifle, I should say. The hunting rifle L96 is right there for 2021. And then we have the native... I don't think that one counts because it's called Native Hunting Bow. I think SMM just thought it was the same thing. But anyway, we'll take a look at both of these skins here. And they're not exactly holding up super great. No. Only 41 listings, but still, the interest just isn't there. This is only 35. Price is barely over $1. No, I do not think bolt action rifle is going to change anything, I'm afraid. So it's still a cool looking design. And how many bars do we actually have? How many bolt action rifles have we had as of recent? Because I can't actually remember what we got last year. Bolt action rifle, there we are. And I think we got Twitch drops, yeah. So 1, 2, and we got these. And only that one's doing all right at the moment. Oh dear. So yeah, perhaps that one might work out nicely. It's got a very cool looking calf design. Look at all the deer and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. So best of luck to you too. Next up, we have the Heritage L96 produced by 9K. A very interesting grounded approach. Yep, got the wooden pattern as well. Standing out very nicely. I've got an L96 made out of wood. Well, I think that is a first. So let's go hop back and take a look at the Heritage Collection, which I think only consists of a SAR. Is that correct? And that is yep, that is correct. And it's not holding up super great. Oh, it's 97 cents. Oh dear. So yeah, unfortunately, this has happened, and I don't think a brand new weapon is going to change that much. There just isn't any interest in the skin. So yeah. Sorry to say. Regardless, the L96 does happen to look very nice. A very interesting, grounded approach. Are you a fan of what you see? Feel free to go ahead and show your support to Mr. 9K. Best of luck to you, good sir. But it does have competition. Very bright, colourful competition. This is the Popstar L96. And yes, potentially it could grow into a much bigger weapon collection from here. Now, there's a brand new theme with these weapons now. When you aim down, that stares at you. I've actually made a short video showcasing all these sniper rifle skins. Consider giving that a good watch right now. But yeah, when you shoot that thing's going to be like, it laughs when you shoot people. So yes, Popstar collection, it has been doing pretty good as of recent. So with the arrival of the LR300, if I can recall, the AK went up in price quite nicely. It was doing pretty bad, went down to about $2. This appeared, this went all the way up to about $3.50. Now it's starting to go back down in price again. People do like it, people want to see more of it, but we still need to see more of it. Now I'm seeing signs of more of it because of the submission. Will it be accepted though? That's up to Facepunch now. But there's like 3 listings below $3, and yeah, so that isn't like that could easily go up in price. This is another instance where it's like, okay, every now and then there's a collection of weapons that actually is very distinct, interesting, and people want to buy all of it. That very likely could be one of them. People like anime. Who would have guessed? So, all right then, best of luck to RR3. If you like what you see, feel free to go ahead and show your support. And if you think, oh yeah, I think I could jump onto that in terms of the AK or the LR300, think that they might spike in price again with the arrival of a brand new weapon, I wouldn't doubt the idea of it. But if you're not feeling super confident with the LR300 based on how much usage it gets and whatnot, maybe just focus the AK for now. So, best of luck, and that is the final weapon/tool skin of the video. So out of all of these skins, which one stood out to you the most? Which one do you genuinely really want to see potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And for that, with that, I am now going to move on to talking about the clothing and the armour. So let's go grab all these, and let's now make a move and start talking about this Arctic backpack. So yes, this is a backpack that's supposed to be in theme with the Arctic hazmat. A very nice, interesting approach. There's not much else I can say other than it blends in quite nicely, as you can see. So if you're looking forward to that, feel free to go ahead and show support to Zskipper and Dark Schneider, and best of luck to you two. Over to here, Chicken Boonie. So yes, we got a cute little hat here. Give that a good look. And is there anything else I need to say? Nope. That is it. Just a chicken boonie hat. Best of luck to Siegis. Let's see what happens there. Now over to here we have the Sultan's Guard head wrap along with the burlap clothing. So I saw this and I thought, wow, actually, hang on a minute. This is actually pretty interesting. Never have I seen anything like that in the game. I know we have the really old head wrap from years ago, but we never got like the burlap clothing to go with it. So that is a medieval/primitive design that isn't like knights and whatnot, more Middle East, I guess. If I'm wrong, feel free to clarify and point out what it is actually, but I feel like I'm in the right direction. That is unique, and it comes in 2 separate versions because the skin creators, Edgy Fox on Confusion, have produced it in a brown and a blue version. I think a lot of people would really like that. I think that's a really cool looking design. I think people would probably prefer the brown one because you could probably look at it and say, yeah, maybe it could be like interesting desert camouflage to a point. But yeah, no, I think that looks really nice. Role players would greatly appreciate that. That looks cool. So, okay, I've brought it out. It's up to you now. Which one do you prefer, the brown or the blue version? Go show your support, and best of luck to these two. They've actually made something very unique, and I like it. And I've already put a short video out showcasing it already. So let's see if that potentially gets accepted in an upcoming Rust store. And, oh yeah, we already mentioned the blue. We got some other primitive clothing as well, so let's go ahead and quickly bring these out. Over to here, we have the Beehive poncho produced by Papa Carl. An interesting design. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We've had some very random ponchos that have been accepted all by themselves in the past. We've had the pita bread one, had like gold poncho, but yeah, the brand new beehives. I mean, sure, why not? It would be cool if you could do like a netted, like burlap head wrap with it. You could probably add some gloves and whatnot. You could make a pretty interesting collection, Mr. Peppercarl. It's up to you if you wish to proceed, but yeah, cool. Right, next up, what do we have? Knight's helmet, burlap head wrap, and poncho. So yes, that's a pretty interesting looking design, pretty interesting combination. A very primitive knight. Very cool, very cool. Now, if you could get some better lighting, we could have got a better look at that. I don't want to sound mean, but yeah, that's awkward because of all the shade. But you can still see it. So, alright, for what it is, Mr. Icona, keep up the good work. Leather gloves, hide boots, hide clothing next. Burlap clothing next. It's in your hands. Keep up the good work. And over to here, Brain Cracker Bucket Helmet. What on earth is this? What am I looking at? I don't understand what I'm looking at, Mr. Shedmon. I'm quite confused. Is that an eyeball? I don't know if that's like the actual brain. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's a bucket helmet. All right, fair enough. I can say that at the very least. But I don't know what this is. I can't tell if it's his actual skull or if it's just like something else, referencing something else. Anyway, I'm going to take a step away from that because it's kind of grossing me out. Best of luck to you, Shepmon. Right, let's go to hoodie and pants. And then we have some collection continuations with boots and gloves. So over here, we have the Guardian Angel hoodie and pants produced by Lusa. It's a pretty shiny, interesting design. Get a look at that. Nice, silvery and shiny. In the future, Lusa, I would have done a second version that wouldn't have been so shiny, an alternate version, because I think a lot more people would appreciate less shine. But hey, if that's the one you want to do, keep up the good work. Let's see if this potentially gets accepted, and let's see if you make a collection out of it. Now over to here, speaking of collections and, well, potential collection continuations, Gold Lord boots and gloves have been submitted. Good Lord. So yes, over to here, we have the gloves. Where's the boots? Where's the one with both the boots and the gloves? Oh, well, okay, then apparently I'm supposed to get both the links. Most people would usually just put them both in the same picture, but hey, it is what it is. Golden boots! Look at those bejeweled designs of the pattern. Oh, my feet are going to be extra comfy by being rich. Anyway, let's go back over to here, because this is currently in the Rust store. This tier 3 armor is not selling ridiculously. Those boots and gloves would be appreciated, and that tier 3 very likely to spike demand, spike price very quickly if it were to appear very quickly. In short, if you saw what happened last week with the fallen tier 2 after seeing the hoodie and pants being accepted the very next Rust store, I'm sure you're fully well aware that it's basically all doubled in price very quickly. So, regardless, if you see collection continuations, you're going to see this, these core pieces, that being tier 2, tier 3, or hoodie and pants skins, they will spike them on and they will spike in price and they will sell for better prices. So if you think, all right, I think there's a fairly decent chance we'll see some Gold Lord boots and gloves being accepted in the future, then jump in on the tier 3 whilst you can. But at the very least, abnormal barders first tomorrow, then make considerations afterwards. Cool. So I will be on stream tomorrow around 9 PM London time, and we'll consider what prices we offer for the tier 3 armour, and we'll approach it from there. And next up, we have to bring this up as well. There's other boots and gloves that have been submitted. We have road sign gloves for the Fallen. Actually, no, it's just what it is, the Fallen. All right, so boots and gloves looking pretty cool, nice and bony. And I have prepared a short video showcasing the full set. That should probably be out by the time this actual video is out, so go look at my shorts right now if you want. But for what this is, I think Mr. Robstar's done a very good job of it. People are appreciating it. It hasn't sold ridiculously, which is fine. It's all better for it in the future. But yeah, do keep an eye on the hoodie and pants. It looks like it might just about sell a little bit more compared to the tier 2. That's fine. A little bit more isn't destructive. If we see those boots and gloves, those hoodie and pants and tier 2 are going to spike on demand, spike on price. Yes, even after it's already gone up in price, that very likely could go up even higher. So, okay, fair enough. Things are looking pretty good. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some tier 3 eventually. Yep. But I think Mr. Robstar might consider looking at some other things. I gave him the idea of doing a long sword, but I don't think he fully understands me. He said... he was like, I've already made a sword. No. Long sword. Make it longer. But it's fine, We'll see. Best of luck to Robstar. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be running around at Halloween wearing all of this, being some spooky, scary skeletons. Oh dear. All right, moving on. Well then, what do we have right here? Well, it's just the Barbarian Tier 2, Definitely weren't expecting that, were we? Nope. Yes, Barbarian Tier 2 has also been submitted. Right, cool. So in the pipeline now, for that jacket and the clothing, we are now looking at potentially either Tier 3, boots and gloves, or Tier 2 next Rust store, or the Rust store after that. Don't know if it's going to happen, but kind of wouldn't be surprised if it happens. I have bought these. I had the choice between either buying the Tier 2 for the Fallen or buying the boots, the hoodie and pants here with the shirt, the Barbarian. I chose the Barbarian, but I'm still comfortable with the possibilities of what could potentially appear in upcoming Rust stores. I'm not upset. I still think I've made a very good choice. I just hope we do see these being accepted. So a full proper collection is right there in front of us. And, well, you never know, it might emulate the footsteps that we saw with the sales of the... well, let me go grab their collections of skins they've had accepted, and you'll see this yourself. Mr. Multi-Eye Hat Boris, Mr. Damned, they rolled out Heavy Knight collection with a jacket, then hoodie and pants, then tier 3 armor, then boots and gloves. Never got to see tier 2 because that probably conflicted with the medieval pack. But in short, with what we're currently seeing right now, the unraveling of the Barbarian collection, it's basically the same thing. Jacket, clothing, tier 3, jacket, clothing, tier 3 was submitted afterwards. If we see it, that's going to have a very fun time. That jacket is in some weird trouble, though. Far too many of these sold compared to these. So, yeah, we'll see how things play out. But, yes, things are looking very good for the hoodie and pants at the very least. So, yes, consider looking at them, and we'll see what happens next. Best of luck to you two. And then over to here, what do we see? That is the monochrome tier 3 armor produced by Sad Happy. A perfectly fine white design for some tier 3 armor. No one's going to complain about that. So keep up the good work, Mr. Sad Happy. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted in the future. And with that, that is everything. That is all the clothing and the armour. So out of all these skins, which ones are you most hoping to see potentially being accepted in the future? Which ones do you think have a genuine good chance? And overall, with the entire video, which skins would you love to see being accepted in upcoming Rust stores? That was quite a lot of skins this week, and quite a lot, because there was a lot of collection continuations to this video. I can only do the best I can in terms of being fast and efficient. I don't even think I breathe that much. Anyway, let's talk about some interesting details. So, over to micro522.com, I can point out that the top performing skins as of now is the Neon Soda vending machine, and then we have Pigeon. Oh, Pigeon's back. I think I had to unfollow you because you disappeared for quite a long time. But there you go, he's got a pretty cool looking transparent L96, aim down. I mean, it doesn't matter with the aim sight because there's nothing, it's always the same. So, alright, cool. There's a nice looking skin produced by Pigeon. Then it's the Corgi AK-47, the Blinds Garage Door, and then the Arctic Backpack. Those are the top 5 skins in terms of overall score. That's an amalgamation of upvotes compared to downvotes and favourites and views and blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. So if you want to go see this for yourself, look at the description. Micro522.com is linked right there. You can just click it and ta-da! Cool. All right then. So we should also point out there's a brand new TGG's Top Picks video, and there is 139 skins there. Keep an eye out for potential brand new people to look at and follow if you so wish, and get a good look at all those skins. Very nice indeed. And of course, there's a video.
How's it going?
That took me by surprise. So yes, consider watching the video as well. And yeah, all good. So that was quite a lot of skins this week, and I'm very blessed with the fact that I have a followed authors list, which kept everything nice and reasonable in terms of the presentation. It wasn't too hard to pick out all the skins and put them in my collection. And you're probably sitting there and saying, oh, that looks nice, I want that. Well, all right then, no worries. So if you're going to go set up your own proposed followed authors list, could you please look in the top right corner of this video right now? A special card has appeared. If you were to click it, it will navigate you to a video which will showcase to you the various different ways in which you can build up your own followed authors list. Sounds good, yes. And that is a wrap. That is pretty much everything that needs to be said. Let's see if we do see more B-related skins potentially being accepted in the future. Keep an eye on the commits. Vines still being mentioned. Swinging vines, mind you, yes. The jungle update only could potentially get even more interesting. Oh, yes. Vines, and other things. Boomerangs, foliage. So, yeah, keep it on the commits. It really does look like the jungle update is the next main proper update. Looking forward to it. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, there is Big Ziggurat and Little Ziggurat. There's a Little Ziggurat. Are we getting 2 different, temples for the jungle biome? Apparently. All right. Little Zig. Fair enough. Cool. And, well, you'd only know about that if you kept up to date with the commits. And I guess I should hop back over to here. Look at my Twitter. I want to bring this up. Saw this yesterday. Apparently, we're going to get a brand new special item. So as long as your account is properly connected to Discord, everyone's going to get something for free. Not sure what it's going to be, but it's probably something branded with Discord on it, whatever. It might be their weird little mascot. It might be a hoodie or something. Might be something you put on your desk. I think that would be a little bit more cooler. Something to give you comfort. Get it for free. No one's going to complain about that, are they? Right, well, okay. And you'd only know about it if you kept up to date with the commits. I'm sure you basically get the general idea now. Cool. So back over to here, and let's wrap this up. So Thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. I hope this was nice, concise, and straight to the point. Obviously, I had to sit there and talk about the continuations, talk about the potential and whatnot, and there was quite a lot of them today, so that's probably why we're pushing up to about an hour and 15 minutes. Oh. But yeah, all I can sit here and say is thank you. So with that, catch you later. Say goodbye.